Hey cruisers, welcome to today's live stream. We're so happy to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about the one thing or our favorite thing about each cruise line. And then as we go through the cruise lines, we're going to ask you to weigh in the chat and we're going to read some of them out loud. So wait until we talk about that particular cruise line so that we can enjoy this together and we can keep all the cruise lines sort of lumped together. Today's episode is brought to you by cruiseline.com, where you can compare cruise prices. Tons of different sites with easy to use cruise search. And if you haven't already, be sure that you set up a price alert for your next cruise. And if you see that price going down, because they will email you the price alert on a regular basis, if you see the price going down, what you want to do is contact your travel agent or contact the cruise line and see if they can either help you get a price adjustment, rebook you, or give you some onboard credit as a wonderful tip. And we don't tell you guys this often enough, but every time I do, no matter what, I get a bunch of direct messages or emails from people saying, oh my goodness, thank you so much for telling me about setting the price alert because I just saved $200, $300, whatever kind of dollars, and my travel agent rebooked me and we're now so much happier. So it really, really can't hurt to do it. All right, so I know that everybody has been very patient with our editing process for our Asia vlogs. So I just want to address this for a moment. You'll notice that we didn't have an Asia vlog go live on Thursday. Normally we do publish one per week, but our Osaka and Kyoto vlog has been very intense edit. It has taken Mr. Cruise Tips TV way more time than usual because we have so much footage. So please be patient with us. I'm really sorry that we didn't get that out for you Thursday, but we will release it as soon as we possibly can, and we're doing everything we can. So thanks for your patience. We appreciate you. I also wanted to say thank you so much to all of you who followed us recently on Instagram. We asked everybody to please help us get to 10,000 followers. We're not quite there yet, but boy, have we had a big improvement, and we really appreciate it. Let me tell you where we're at right now, because we have grown so much in the last week over there, and it's all because of you guys. I could tell that when I would ask everyone to follow us on Instagram, people would go over and they would do it immediately, so thank you. We're at 8,542 followers. So 1,500 more to go, and then we're gonna do a really fun giveaway when we get to 10,000, so thank you guys so much for doing that for us. Last little bit of housekeeping, I guess you could say, before we get into today's topic is that right after the live stream today, we're doing a second live stream on our Cruise Gear channel. So if you're not familiar with it, it's youtube.com/cruise gear. That is where we talk about all things cruise products, everything from tech gear to beauty, fashion, luggage, accessories, you name it, we talk about it. What we're going to be doing today at 1:30 Eastern, excuse me, oh my goodness, when did I get into the Eastern time zone? 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, is we're going to do a little review of all of the gear that we took on our last cruise. So you may recall that we did a haul video and we did packing videos, so you guys saw what we were going to be taking, but we have wins and we have fails from our gear, and we're going to tell you what we're so glad that we took and the things that we probably should have left behind. We're going to be super honest about it. We'll give you links to some of the products that we have links for, and we'll talk all about it. So 1:30 Pacific time at Cruise Gear, and we'll probably be over there for about a half an hour. And today we're shooting for about 35 to 45 minutes here, so we have time to grab some lunch between the live streams. So that's what's going on, and I just wanted to again make sure that everybody was on the same page about everything. If you have any questions, housekeeping questions for us, just let me know in the chat right now. And let's get started. I saw Junior Editor is in the house, so Junior Editor, if you want to weigh in too and tell us what one thing you like about each cruise line when we go through this, feel free. A kid's perspective is always fun, right? So let's start with the biggest cruise line. Let's talk about Carnival. Let's go ahead and ask you guys first to go ahead and tell us what your one thing about Carnival is that you like. Try to stick to one thing if you can. That was so hard for me to do because there really isn't just one thing about every cruise line that I like, but I'm going to tell you mine for Carnival. Carnival, I think the coolest thing that they have developed, and there are so many things we love, but one of the coolest things that I think Carnival has created is the concept called Faster to the Fun. Faster to the Fun is kind of your way of buying into loyalty. So you pay a per stateroom price to get priority embarkation, priority debarkation, priority tendering, luggage to your room faster, and priority guest services. What am I forgetting about Faster to the Fun? Anyway, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's genius. I know it's a bit of a controversial topic, But that is my favorite thing about Carnival. So let's see what everybody else says. Stephanie says the service. Raina says the water parks. Heather says Carnival for sure, it's the fun. Mike and Jody say Guy's Burgers. Natasha, I like this one. Natasha says budget friendly. And that was another thing I thought about mentioning today too, because you really can sail for a steal on Carnival. Okay, Barb said, of course, Guy's Burgers. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Oh, Courtney, good one. Courtney said Sea Day Brunch. Yes, exactly. I see Darlene agreeing about Faster to the Fun. Tanya, you are so right. Tanya Carey said best steakhouse in the cruise market. Hands down, Tanya, I agree with you on that. They do have the best steak in the market. Leah says the fun activities. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see what I've missed. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up just a moment here. Okay. Cindy said entertainment. Good one, Cindy. I think Carnival has really good entertainment as well. Utabik says Mark Q. He is an excellent cruise director. Isn't he wonderful? I love him. Okay, I think we got most of them for Carnival. Oh, Just Drea. Actually, I have to talk about the one that Just Drea just said, because this was my number 2 pick. And she said the staff is very friendly. I really feel that Carnival's service, on the lines that I sail regularly, Carnival does have the best service of all of the cruise lines. Truly. I don't know how they do it being a budget line, but somehow truly they have the most friendly staff. But I chose Faster to the Fun because I think as a feature, it is exceptional. Okay, Lisa had a good one. The Chef's Table, yes. Oh, Bill said the nightlife. Good one, Bill. That's awesome. Ooh, Dorothy, yes. Alchemy Bar on Carnival is fantastic. I couldn't agree more. Okay, it looks like we've done a really good job of covering most of it, but I do see that Heather Gulich said the warm chocolate melting cake, and Lady S said the Serenity Deck. And Janina said variety of port departures. Yes, so true. And one thing that's great about Carnival is they have a lot of home port departures. So if you live in North America, you are within driving distance of a Carnival port way more than you are for any other cruise line. They have way more home ports than any other. Okay, nice job, you guys. That was very, very, very good work. I'm impressed with what all of you said, and I totally agree. Let's move on to MSC cruises. Now, I don't know how many of you have tried an MSC cruise, but I'd love to hear what your favorite thing about MSC is. So if you've sailed with them, go ahead and go right now. I'm going to take a sip of my hot tea here, and then I'll tell you mine. I'm not building suspense. I'm just a little thirsty. All right. My favorite thing about MSC cruises is their top tier cruise experiences. So the Aria experience, which is in the regular, it's you're in a room in a regular part of the ship, but you have exceptional perks, including access to the thermal suite and mostly unlimited cocktails, and their Yacht Club experience, which is a ship within a ship. I'm lumping those two together as a top tier experience because I absolutely couldn't choose between the two. We're sailing in the Yacht Club soon, and I'll let you know a little bit more about that experience, but I think that is one of the most brilliant things that MSC has done. All right, let's see here. Stevie Moon, a woman after my heart, says Venki is the best thing. Oh yeah, Sean and Steph. Sean and Steph have sailed in the Yacht Club, and they're saying Yacht Club all the way. Veronica says Yacht Club all the way. Natalie said it's the kids clubs. Very nice one, Natalie. I'm really interested to see how my son likes the kids club on MSC Meraviglia. Christine says the spa. Yes. Oh, this is a good one. Stevie said, I love the diversity on MSC. So do we, Stevie. We had a really fun time kind of we would be in an elevator and we'd try to see how many languages we could hear in one elevator ride. I remember thinking it was probably something like 7 languages. You do cruise with people from all over the world on MSC. That's a good one. Zachary, you're only about 10 minutes late. Don't you worry. We're talking about, Zachary, right now, what our favorite thing is about MSC cruises. Okay, let's see here. Amy said her kids loved the dive-in movie. Oh, different cruise line. Okay, let me go back up here. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. Veronica said there's gambling perks on MSC, and Christine said the shows are fabulous. Yes, the shows blew me away on MSC too. Very good. I wonder what else I've missed on MSC. Yeah, Megan said the toss-up between the Yacht Club experience or Venki. I know because, right? Is it Venki you were trying to say or Venice? I'm not sure which one you're trying to say there, Megan, but let me know. All right, good ones, good ones, good ones, good ones. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the next cruise line in the lineup. The next cruise line in the lineup today is Norwegian Cruise Line. Let us know, what is your one thing that you love about Norwegian? Just one thing in the comments below. My one thing I love about Norwegian, sorry, this is so easy to guess, but it's definitely the freestyle cruising concept. I think the freestyle cruising concept is relaxing. For some people, I think it can be not so relaxing because you're not exactly sure where you're going for dinner, and you don't have all of the sort of traditional elements of cruising that make things sort of easy. But if you're prepared to kind of give in to the freestyle cruising concept, it is wonderful, and you can really maximize it. You can get a lot of rest and relaxation. You can leave your formal clothing at home if you would like to. You can go to dinner when you want, with whom you want. You can choose where you want to dine every night. I think there's a lot to be said. So let's see what all of you say about
I thought you were going to pick the karaoke.
the karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not supposed to talk about that, honey. That's in the blackmail vault. Right? I think Tommy from Always Be Booked saved that video, and he's keeping it somewhere so that he can use it against me someday. Are you here, Tommy? So
I haven't seen Tommy here yet.
Not today. He was here the other day. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, we made some kind of a bet on our live stream. Do you remember what the bet was? Oh, we said that if we could get a certain number of likes on a video, we were in a live stream, and we said if we get a certain number of likes, we were going to release this video of me doing karaoke on Norwegian Jewel in a closed karaoke room. So they have like karaoke rooms where you can go in and your party or your family or whatever gets their own room and you get to close the door. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I allowed my husband to film me singing, and I was on the couch for part of it standing, and then it was just horrible. It was so bad, and that's why it was a bet, because it had to be bad. So I don't have any more blackmail. Don't ask me to do that today. I don't have anything else, and I don't really want to re-release the video, but yeah, karaoke's pretty funny. I see a lot of really good ones coming in for Norwegian, and I want to go over them, so I'm going to try to scroll to the top and see if I can make sure that I don't miss anybody. Okay. Yeah, Shelly said freestyle dining. Tina, the cruising librarian. Good one, Tina. Solo cabins. Okay, Steve said, despite their recent disappointment aboard the Bliss, they believe NCL's best feature is their specialty dining restaurants. You can't beat the filet at Cagney's or tiramisu at La Cucina. I agree, Steve. They have the best specialty dining on board, for sure. If you're to look at it like the whole package, all of the restaurants combined, they really are mouthwatering. I will gain more weight on a Norwegian cruise than any other cruise because I want to go to Moderno, I want to go to Cagney's, I want to do all the specialty dining, and then when you go, you kind of want to get your money's worth, so then it's like, okay, maybe I'm not gaining 2 pounds on this one, I'm gaining 3.5 pounds because it is so good. All right, very good ones. Dina, Cruising Through Life, said Oceans. Sean and Steph, yep. The go-karts are so fun. I want to do that again, Sean and Steph. Bill said the Vibe. For those of you who don't know what Vibe is, it is a private club. It's kind of more like an area on certain Norwegian ships. Not all of the ships have Vibe, but they limit it to a very small number of tickets per cruise. Bill, how many tickets do they sell on your cruise? I've heard between 40 and 100 people only get access to Vibe. Let me know. Monique agrees, specialty dining. Barb said NCL, Epic, Beatles, yes. I've heard that was really good, and I saw them rehearsing for that, and it was excellent. Zachary agrees with specialty dining. So does Stephanie Abbott. Dawn agrees, freestyle cruising. Jimmy said solo cabins. Alicia said the Haven restaurant. Oh, Lushy said cruise director Simon. Joe Dura said entertainment. Melody said specialty dining. Diana agrees it's the Haven. Wicked Wonder said definitely specialty dining. Oh, Megan, thank you, Venky. All right, let's see here. Lots of specialty dining. Ooh, Raina said saunas. I'm trying not to lose my place here, guys. Yeah, Rebecca said more perks. I like their perks right now, too. Yes, Monique, they do have a reduced airfare one going on right now. Stacy likes the thermal suite. Dawn likes Cagney's. Jen said the Haven private restaurant, amazing service and food. Melody likes the choice of rooms. Stevie loves the karaoke. Oh, these are really good. Okay, let me see how many of them I've missed. I think we're pretty caught up. Haha, Laura said the washy-washy always cracks you up. Yes, it cracks me up too. You know, Dawn, I think that's a really good one. Dawn said that her favorite is Pride of America cruising Hawaii with 7 days exclusively in the islands with no ocean crossing. Yes, you can do Hawaii in a week on Norwegian, and there's no other cruise line that I know of that does that. Barb agrees, the free at sea offer. Yeah. Denise, you saw the video. Oh no, Denise saw the blackmail. Night Audit is trying to bring back the video. Well, let's see. I don't know, Mr. Crosstips TV, how many likes would we need to bring back that video? I don't know where that video is. Do you? I don't know if we can find it.
No, I know where it is.
You know where it
Mike
is?
and Cheryl said 75,000 subscribers, so
Oh,
yeah, that's fine.
that's fine.
Can we get that by the end of the day?
We're gonna get, yeah, if we get 75,000 subscribers, Mr. Crosstips TV will release it. Okay. It looks like we have a few questions coming in. I'll answer real quick. Coda Bilsam said, when can you get faster to the fun on Carnival? You're booked for June. Jump into your shore excursions right now and see if it's available. They sell out, so you want to look now. Laura said, Cruise Tips TV, what would you rate MSC on a scale of 1 to 10? I can't do that I won't do that with any cruise line because it would depend on the cruise itself. I don't know. I don't think, I wouldn't want to do that with any cruise line because I'd say pretty much every cruise I've ever been on, except the 2-night cruise I went on that was too darn short, has been somewhere between a 7 and a 9.5. Every single cruise I've ever been on has been that great. So I don't know, Laura. Diane said, are the dining areas on NCL Pride of America similar to other ships? I've heard that they have kind of an Americana theme, Diane, but I've never been on. That's a good question. I think the way that they operate is similar, but not exactly the decor. All right, let's move on to the next cruise line. Good job on that. If I've missed anything big about Norwegian, retype it in the comments. But now let's talk about Royal Caribbean. What is the one thing about Royal Caribbean that keeps you coming back for more or that you absolutely love? To me, what shines the most about Royal Caribbean is that the ship is the destination. There is so much to do on a Royal Caribbean ship that if you ever tried to utter the word bored on a ship, on a Royal Caribbean ship, I'm sure you would be completely kicked off the ship. There's so much to do. Arcades, water parks, sports, entertainment, ice skating rinks, bionic bars. I mean, we could go on for hours and hours. Flow Rider, the new skydiving thing that they have. There's so much to do, and the ships themselves are destinations. So I think that is what really makes Royal Caribbean stand out for me. Let's see what everybody else says. Okay. Nadine said the day of the week elevators. Tanya said Central Park. Kelly says everything. Cindy said you can use their drink package on the private island or beach. That's a good one. Okay, Zachary said top of the line customer service. Aw, yeah, Jay, I agree. One of the best things about Royal Caribbean is indeed Matt Hochberg. What would we do without Matt? He is the god of Royal Caribbean. I know he doesn't like it when I say that, but I'll say it anyway. Okay. All right. Jackie said entertainment, Broadway shows. Melody says. Denise says the Schooner Bar, Trivia, and Chops Grill. Alicia likes the robotic bar. Melody said never a dull moment. Seth said so much room for activities. Yeah, Laura said I know you never run out of things to do on Royal Caribbean. That is indeed true. Peggy, thank you so much for the super chat. Peggy, we love you too. Thank you for the sweet note. Okay, John said the ice skating and diving shows, the best shows you've ever seen at sea. I would love to see those. I didn't get to see the ice skating show. I got to go ice skating on Royal Caribbean, but I didn't get to see the show. It was too short of a cruise, but I'd love to do that, and I'd love to see the one of the shows at night, the water shows at night, the diving shows. I think that'd be so cool. Okay, let's see. Megan said if she had to be specific, this Central 157 course tasting dinner with wine pairing. Ooh, that sounds really nice. Confused Brian said the teen area is amazing, never bored, right? You can never be bored on Royal Caribbean. It's just not possible. I think a tip that I would have for you if you're sailing with Royal Caribbean too is just know that you're not gonna be able to do it all in one cruise. There's just probably no way. Okay, staff is amazing. So many good things coming in on Royal Caribbean. All right, so we can keep with our time schedule today. We're going to switch over now to Holland America. Holland America, I would say it's been years since we've sailed on Holland America, but we have been on, I believe, 3 or 4 Holland America cruises. And my one thing that I always shared with friends after I would get home from a Royal Caribbean cruise is the service. The service was world class on Holland America for me and for my family. And I thought there were little extra touches that were included that normally aren't included on a cruise. And I think that was very special. And I might sneeze any minute, so please forgive me if that happens. I don't know, have I ever sneezed during a live stream? I've had just about everything else happen, but I don't know about a sneeze. Let's hope it doesn't happen. He's just looking at me like, please don't blow out my headphones.
If we get to 75,000 subscribers, she will sneeze.
I will sneeze for you. I don't know, I feel a little tickle coming on here, guys. Okay, so Holland America. Let's see what Barb said. The food and the classic cruise atmosphere. Let's see what everybody else is saying. High tea, says Fran. Looking for more for Holland America. I'm having trouble seeing where we transitioned from.
Rebecca's asking if it's an older crowd, and you know, that's something that maybe was truer in the past. Do you feel like that's still true?
Holland America?
Holland America appeals
Yes,
to an
I
older
do
crowd?
think Holland America still is an older crowd, but not entirely. I think that they're similar to Princess with their demographic, and there's certain sailings where you will definitely have a much older crowd. Same with Princess, though. Really similar. But in a way, Holland America and Princess kind of shifted gears. Holland America used to be, I think, I'd say a decade older than they are now. I think that their demographic has shifted down. But that's not to say that it's not still true. You know, it's not going to be the 20-something cruise line by any means, I would say. You know, you're still going to have an older demographic, activities geared towards people who like more traditional cruising, which probably would tend to be older people.
Don't they have a really sweet crew on
Yes.
Holland America? Almost always. They're such a sweet
Weren't they?
crew. Yeah.
Yeah, over and above, always. The service was just outstanding. Okay. Oh, Peter, what a good one. Peter said on Holland America, Glacier Bay on 97% of all Alaska cruises. Very, very good one. I'm looking for some more here. I know they're in there. David Andrews said the Pinnacle Grill is the best steakhouse at sea. The service was amazing. Very good. Sandra said the beds, food, and service were outstanding on Holland America. Also, wraparound veranda on an aft suite. Barb likes the smaller ships. Don't worry, Angie, I won't get you sick. Oh, this is a good one. Barb said the staff's uniforms are so cool. They're classic with the little hats. Do they wear hats? Oh my goodness sakes. Okay. Good ones, you guys. Melody said the food is amazing on Holland America. John Gimelli, am I saying your name right? Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And John Carey, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Oh no, John. Tanya has opened a blackmail box for you. That is so cute. Oh dear, no more blackmail, guys. No cruise blackmail. We don't want that. Oh, Tracy, you like this cup? This was in my FabFitFun box a few seasons ago. All right, so Roy, I haven't been on Celebrity Edge, but I would like to direct you, Roy, to a wonderful resource. Roy Goslin, have you read the article from Eat, Sleep, Cruise that was just released? They did an honest review of Celebrity Edge, and the way that they structured their write-up on it, it wasn't a video, it was an actual article or a blog post, whatever you want to call it. And what they did is they wrote their article and what they thought of the ship in terms of meets expectations, below expectations, and exceeds expectations. So almost like the performance reviews we get at work, right? And then they would lay out each category. One thing that they did say, most things they said met or exceeded expectations. I don't think they loved Eden. I don't think they felt like it was great use of the space and the hours were, that it was open enough. And the other thing that they said they were a little disappointed about was the infinity veranda. They said that it felt very closed in to them. Go read that article from Eat, Sleep, Cruise. They're wonderful. They do a really thorough job of reviewing their cruises, and I would highly recommend that you check that out. Haha, Zachary, you were the reason. Zachary was the catalyst for the blackmail video. He is the one who got the karaoke video released. I see you've caught up, Zachary. So yeah, When we get to 75,000 subscribers, Zachary, there has been talk of re-releasing the blackmail video. So I'm gonna hold you to reminding us. Yeah, Sean and Steph, you read the article too. It was really good, huh? Super good. Okay. Let's go on to the next cruise line. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything else. I think we're doing okay. Next cruise line that we're going to talk about, and this is going to be the last cruise line we're talking about today because we've decided that we only wanted to put forth our opinion on cruise lines that we've actually sailed with. So the 6th cruise line that we've sailed with is Princess. We've actually sailed the most with Princess of any cruise line. And this was impossible for me. Mr. Cruise Tips TV, do you know what I picked for my #1 thing I love the most about Princess?
I'm guessing, it's got to be tea time, but it could be the beds.
Yeah, the beds are kind of up there. They're like #2. I picked afternoon tea on Princess because Princess does a lot of things really, really well, but I don't think we've ever gone on a Princess cruise and not gone to afternoon tea. So I thought, what's the one thing that we do every time? Well, of course we sleep. Of course we love the Princess luxury beds. They are outstandingly soft and luxurious. If you want good vacation sleep, this is mind-blowing. This is a bed quality that is just out of this world. But I had to pick afternoon tea because I feel like it's something that we would never miss. Aw, Kirsten, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. You're such a sweetheart. And Kirsten, the currency that you put it in makes it look like it's $100. And that would be a heck of a lot of money in US dollars. And last time I felt really, really guilty when you did that. But then I looked at the conversion rate and I was like, okay, it's okay. Don't freak out. But thank you, regardless. It is very precious of you. So sweet and kind. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. Oh, what do you guys think? What's your favorite thing about Princess? I forgot to ask. I see you're putting it in there. But I got to catch up. So let's back up a little bit. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay. Oh yeah, good. Seth, get your packing video linked in here. If Megan, I can instant message it to you too. I have it on a shortcut on my phone because I've sent it to so many people. Aw, thank you, Kirsten, and you are so welcome, and have a wonderful time on Harmony of the Seas. I know you're gonna have a great time. Okay, let's talk Princess. See what everyone's saying. Scrolling quickly because there's so many. All right, Mike and Cheryl, longtime friends of the family here, say the upscale main areas, the service, the extra-sized rooms, the upbeat staff, and the perks on the loyalty program. Yeah, they do have a really good loyalty program. Wouldn't you agree? I think that's such a good one. Okay, Liberty Cruiser. Ooh, I'm gonna like this one, I can tell already. Princess service is outstanding. You feel more pampered than on other lines. You love the food, excursions, and so many shows. You were almost too tired by the end of the cruise. Danielle agrees. Loyalty perks, yes. Absolutely, Jackie said the staff. Vernon says being pampered and relaxing. Megan agrees. It's tea time. Yes, Utabik says tea time as well. Rebecca agrees that the bed is heaven. Marlene thinks their ships are easy to navigate. Tanya says the pampering. Kelly, yes, we have sailed on Royal Caribbean 3 times, but it's been a while. Oh, yay. Logan, have a wonderful cruise. Marcy, no, we've never cruised out of Galveston. Not yet. Okay. Oh, Cindy, that's funny. Cindy said, I haven't been on a Princess cruise, but I would guess it's the Love Boat playing in the cabins. Yeah, sometimes they do have the Love Boat playing when you walk in your room too. Like you can almost always watch Love Boat repeats on the TV, but it is hilarious when it's playing when you walk in your room. I think it's so cute. They did that on Caribbean Princess, I think, when we walked in. I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. Okay, looking for more Princess ones. Sean and Steph said they have the best inside stateroom layout and they agree about the tea. Benjamin said their chocolate journeys has to be up on the list. I like that. Yeah, Angie said, I like that Princess has a nice experience with the basic fare. They don't nickel and dime you. I totally agree, Angie. And I always, when I cruise with Princess, I always look for and secure a deal. I never pay top dollar to cruise on Princess. They're also very good, Angie, about price adjustments. On our Panama Canal cruise, we didn't want to spend a lot of money. We had a very tight budget last year for our cruises, and we booked an inside cabin. They upgraded us as just they swept through and upgraded a whole bunch of people to an outside cabin. And then we waited long enough to see what the inventory was on that Panama Canal cruise. And we then called, we had our travel agent call, and we got upgraded to a balcony for $42 per person. So there are deals with Princess to be had for sure, in my opinion. Good one, Angie. I'm glad you brought that up. It is an upscale experience, but the price does not always have to be upscale. Oh, Al, what a good one. Al said their ice cream and gelato was good. That's a nice one. And I can see that we have so many more that have come in, and I'm really behind here. Oh, John said the sweet experience. Kathy, you are so right. Zumba is fantastic. Bonnie's here. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie says the aft pool. How did I not think about that? Their aft pools are so beautiful. Michael Nichols said Princess, food, service, and beds. I know we have more. Princess's adult-only pool area. I saw that, but I don't know who said it. I'm really sorry, whomever said that. Oh, Rebecca said their Alfredo's pizza is great. Yes, Kawaii Cheese said the Piazza and Alfredo's. I love it. And you know what another thing is the one Bonnie's saying here, and Kathy, is the International Cafe. I love the International Cafe, and I really missed it on my last cruise. They didn't have it on Diamond Princess. They just had they had the coffee bar in the bar, but they didn't have food. I really miss that. Bonnie, thank you so much for the super chat. And Margine Foley-Groff, thank you so much for the super chat as well. You guys are so precious. Thank you so much. Kim, do we ever travel not on a cruise? Yes, we do. We've been on many, many land vacations in the last 10 years, and we do road trips all the time. We've traveled a ton outside of cruising before we started cruising frequently too, all over. So we've done tons of that. Okay. What have I missed here? Yeah, Stacy, thank you for following along on our vlogs. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's see here. Roy has a question, so I'm going to switch over to some Q&A now, and then we're gonna close out in about 10 minutes. So let's do the remainder. We'll do Q&A and see how many questions we can get taken care of. Roy said, "What's to do about pool chair hogs? I'm going nuts about trying to find chairs every time we head to the pool." Roy, are you on a cruise right now and you're struggling with it? You know, I know it's very frustrating. My recommendation to you would be to report it to the staff if you can and see if you can get it taken care of. I don't want to say if you can't beat them, join them, because that's a terrible strategy, but you know, maybe get out there early and sit in the chair and do what you have to do. It's so frustrating on warm weather cruises though, I agree. All right. Coda says if it shows sold out for Faster to the Fun, do they open it back up sometimes if someone cancels, or if they have fewer amount of people at higher loyalty level sailing, they may. Veronica said, "Sherry, do you have a favorite cruise?" I don't. Veronica, I just can't list a favorite cruise. We've had so many wonderful cruise experiences that I could probably list my top 5, but not my top 1. Barbara said, "Have you been on Costa?" I've been back in 2007. It was my first cruise. I haven't, Barbara, because they don't sail out of North America. I would give Costa a try, though. Chelly said, "I want to go on my first Carnival cruise. Any suggestions which ship to start with?" Chelly, it depends on where you live. You don't have to go on a new ship necessarily with Carnival. Some of the favorite ships in the fleet are Carnival Breeze. Carnival Breeze gets really good reviews. Vista's getting pretty good reviews, but some of the older ships do really, really well. Even some of the fantasy class ships. So pick one you can afford that's nearby your home and give it a try. Marlene said, "Going on Royal in May, do they still do the Love Boat whistle?" Do you mean Princess, Marlene? Princess sometimes will do the Love Boat whistle when they're passing other ships. They'll do like a little Love Boat battle. We've had that happen in Alaska before. Steve Roth said, "Ideas." Oh, this is a good idea, Steve. Pros and cons of a cruise versus an all-inclusive. I'll write that down, Steve. That's a good idea. Making a note of that right now. Yes, that's good. I mean, we could talk about it right now for a few minutes, but I think the number one thing is just, you know, at most all-inclusive resorts, they include alcohol, and on most cruises, they don't include alcohol unless, of course, you've got a beverage package that's included as a perk or something. That's one of the things I always think about when I think about the difference, but that's a good idea. Yes, Karen, do you worry about children falling out of Pullman beds? Actually, yes, I do, and I don't think it's an irrational fear at all. We didn't let our son sleep in the Pullman when he was little because they were way up on the ceiling, and he was a wiggle worm, and so I would sleep in the stupid Pullman bed. That's one of the reasons why we tried to stop going on ships with Pullman beds, because I prefer a sofa couch with a sofa bed. Those things are awful, and the Pullmans are usually uncomfortable. So yes, I don't anymore. I think my son now, he's 10 and he'd probably be okay. Al said, how many cruises have you guys done? Al, I think we're around 31 or 32 or something right now. I'll refresh that for you and let you know. 31 or 32. Katie said, do you have any tips for an Alaska overland tour in Alaska? Yes, I do. If you're doing a land and cruise type tour, Katie, I do suggest that you follow Scott Singer Cruises. Scott has not only been on many Alaska cruises and understands intimately the process for the land and sea tour combinations, but he can advise you, and his Facebook group can advise you on maybe which way to do the land and cruise experience. Meaning, should you do the land portion first or the cruise portion first? Where should you stay? What hotels? What's it going to be like? His Facebook group is full of people who have done that, so I would suggest you join and talk to them. Mark has a question for you, honey. What's the #1 cruise for you, Mr. Cruise Tips TV?
You know, that's tough. I saw that question come in, obviously.
I know, because you put it on the screen.
And you know what it seems like? It seems like it's always the last cruise that we were on. I was thinking, wow, that was the best cruise ever. But you know, I don't really try to compare them. And one thing that we also try not to do is like try and do the same thing, because then you almost always start to compare. But you know, this Asia cruise was really, really something. But you know, I'm not going to commit to saying it's my favorite one, but I really do feel like after every cruise, I think that was the best cruise ever.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, Mark, what he's told me, and it matches what he just said. He told me when we got back from our MSC Seaside cruise, we were talking about the experience. It was a really busy week for us because it was only 7 days. We had to fly across the country, and we were filming a lot on that cruise. But my husband did say to me after MSC Seaside, he's like, I think that was one of the most fun family cruises we've ever done. And then when we were on Diamond Princess recently to Asia, that cruise was probably one of the best we've ever done because we had time. We had time together. We were not stressed out ever. The flight over was great. Even the horrible flight back, we weren't stressed out. We had the gift of time. And so I think that was a very special family cruise for us.
You know what? I'm going to jump in and say that the amount of time is a key factor, because I saw somebody else in the chat ask, what's the worst cruise ever? And, you know, there is no bad cruise in my opinion, but the thing that I can remember thinking this is not as good, I'll just say that not as good as usual, was the 2-day cruise that we went on. That was nuts.
Horrible.
It was
exhausting.
It was frantic. It was a mob scene.
Yeah.
I mean, people everywhere, crazy, just, I don't know.
I agree.
Different attitude.
Yeah, it was too hard. We were too tired. Lushy said, is Carnival Legend good for Alaska? Lushy, it's good if you like Carnival. It wouldn't be my first pick of cruises to send you on to Alaska. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and honor this question that came in from Roy. He said, can you share your top 5 cruises? And this is going to have to be probably one of the last questions we answer today. I'm going to try to do my top 5 cruises, Roy, and the reason why they were top 5. And I'm not going to put them in any order. Definitely one of the best ever was the one we just did to Asia. So Diamond Princess to Asia, 12 nights, Tokyo to Singapore, without a doubt. MSC Seaside to the Caribbean for family fun and adventure, jumping off of cliffs and really experiencing a totally new cruise line and a totally new ship for us was a blast. Number 3, again, no particular order, Princess Cruises to the Sea of Cortez, 10-night cruise where we didn't have to fly, and we got to swim with whale sharks, and we got to plunge our GoPro into the sea and have hundreds of dolphins swimming alongside of our boat in the Bay of Laredo. That cruise was beautiful. I'm also going to say that our most recent cruise to Alaska was spectacular. We had a really wonderful time, and I think that was 4. Mr. Cruise Tips TV, I'm going to throw a Holland America cruise in here as one of our best. Before we had our son, we went on a Holland America cruise to the Eastern Caribbean, and we got to go to Tortola, and we missed our excursion because the ship was late, and I was crying in the hallways going, what are we going to do? This is going to suck. I really wanted to go do this sailing excursion. And someone took pity on us, one of the staff members from the shore excursion desk, and said, oh, just take the ferry to Virgin Gorda. You can do the same thing. And we're like, oh, okay, we have to do it ourselves. We ended up having probably one of the best days we've ever had on a cruise, hiking to the baths at Virgin Gorda, snorkeling, almost getting sucked out to sea because we were a little too confident and went all the way out around an outcropping, and we had to swim back, and it was exhausting, but it was pretty spectacular. And then I'd also have to throw in, we got upgraded to a suite one time on Princess for my husband's birthday. I had no idea why they upgraded us. And our son was a little baby at the time. He was only about maybe 18 months old, and he wasn't really sleeping through the night at that time. And for some reason in this particular suite, he was in a different room and he would sleep through the night. And it was like, oh my gosh, we're sleeping. You know, when you have a baby and you don't get any sleep at all and you're like, I'll never be human again. I'll never feel human. We felt human that week, and the suite was beautiful. That was pretty special. So there's maybe our top 6. Okay. Ginger said, do you find booking excursions makes the cruise a better experience versus wandering around? Ginger, I think we've learned a powerful lesson about that. I think we overscheduled ourselves on our last cruise, and we need to be a lot more careful because sometimes when you fly somewhere and you have jet lag, you really get yourself into trouble. So I would say that normally, I think you should do something, even if it's not an organized excursion, just doing something. But I think there's some beauty in having a relaxing day of walking around like we did in the port of Shimizu. And sometimes you're just too tired, or sometimes we don't have the money. Sometimes you don't want to spend $500 on one day and you've got to just walk around. But there's so many things that can be done on a budget that are pretty spectacular that we like to try to explore those things. Like, hey, what are those things that we can do? Aw, Bruce is here. Bruce from Rockstar Brewski on YouTube is here. Said, I made it to the live event. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't checked out Bruce's channel, he has some really great vlogs. And Bruce has actually helped me to give people recommendations. He doesn't know he's helped me, but when someone says, what should I do in Costa Maya? Well, because I watch Bruce's channel, I know that you should go to Yaya Beach if you go to Costa Maya, because you guys did a really great travel vlog of that, Bruce. So thank you so much. I know that we have missed a lot of questions coming in here today. I'm going to try to grab a few more if I can.
Wait a minute. We have a cameo here, a walk-on that wants to address a question.
Hi, Pumpkin. You want to join something? Mm-hmm. Tell them who you are and what you're doing here.
So I'm junior editor, and I'm here to answer Mark Carter's question in person. So. Okay. Mark Carter, I think my best cruise was probably the Asia cruise that we just did. I loved it. It was so great.
What was great about it?
Well, the kids center was amazing. I spent so much time in there. All the kids were really nice. And also, I loved the inside pool. It was just a really fun cruise.
What was great about the kids center? What did you do there?
We did all kinds of fun events. There were video games. We were making things out of paper, beads, all kinds of stuff. I even made my own lanyard to hold my cruise card.
Were there any girls there that you liked?
Yes.
Were there?
Yes.
Were there any girls there that liked you?
Yes.
Couple, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Thank you for coming out. I love that kid. He is so darn cute. Anyway, that was Junior Editor's take. He really did enjoy that cruise. Yes, Angie, he did meet a lot of different people in Japan. He embraced every language in every country. And that day, he was saying hello and goodbye in that language. You know how they just pick it up. and he really did enjoy the kids center. Yeah, Stevie, he's a little too young. He's 10. He doesn't get it at all. But at that age, they're kind of getting a little bit more interested in each other, I guess you could say. I mean, I know kids that had girlfriends when they were in kindergarten. He definitely didn't, and he will tell you that kissing is gross. So, you know, he doesn't really understand, but he still did have the time of his life, and he made really good friends. Okay. All right, sorry for the watery eyes today, guys. I'm not crying. I think I have allergies today or something. So we need to sign out because, yes, I know, Zachary, we are going to have to watch him when he becomes a teenager. We need to get ready to jump over to our other channel for our 1:30 live stream. So go join us over there for a review of the items that we took on our last cruise. And I also wanted to invite all of you, if you haven't already, to join our email list. We put together an email list on request of our subscribers who said, look, we are not getting YouTube notifications. We don't know when you're going live. We're missing your videos. So what we started to do, we've been doing this for about 4 weeks now, is we're emailing you when we're going live and when our videos are posting. I even popped in something that I bought on Amazon, said, hey, look, this is something I got this week. So little updates. We're never going to spam you. We're not going to send out a lot of emails, but we do want to start doing that. So I'm going to link to that in the description of this video, the way that you can sign up for the mailing list. You can also just sign up at cruisetipstv.com if you'd like. Very, very easy to do. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for spending some of your Saturday with us, and hopefully we'll see you over at Cruise Gear at 1:30. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.
Cruiser of the week!
Hey, click me to subscribe.